Salvatore Olper was born in 1811 in Rovigo. In 1837 he got married with Benvenuta Coe, and in the same year he obtained his degree in literature. He was a literature professor in Venice, and then administrator of the temporary government of the Venetian Republic. He then moved to Florence, where he was a rabbi, and he also went to Casale at the University Generale Israelitica as chief rabbi. He died in Turin in 1877. We are here with Dionigi Rogero, professor of history and philosophy, journalist and historian of Casale Monferrato. We are talking about Salomone Olper, a rabbi who had been in Casale after being exiled from Venice. And so I will start with the first question, which is: when did Salvatore Olper arrive in Casale, and which was his background?
Well, the real name of Salomone Olper actually was Salvatore Salomone Olper, and he arrived in Casale after he had been in exile from different cities, especially from Tuscany, because there wasn't any united Italy. So it was necessary to have a sort of passport to go from a region to another to reach Piedmont through Genova. He arrived in Genova by boat, then he arrived in Casale. He had to get a passport that had been offered by an American consul.
Why did Olper get away from Venice?
Well, Salomone Olper wasn't born in Venice, but in Rovigo. He then graduated in the University of Padova in 1847. He obtained the title of rabbi of the Jewish convent of that city. In 1848, he was promoted deputy rabbi in Venice. The community of Venice was very important and one of the most ancient ones, and we will visit Venice exactly to present Salomone Olper on the occasion of the 500 years from the formation of the ghetto. But in Venice, he, who was Filo-Mazziniano and openly a Republican, hardly accepted the Austrian occupation. So, when he was released from the Austrian prison, he became administrator of the temporary government of the glorious Republic of Venice. And, moreover, the anti-Austrian fight didn't see religion differences. There's a very beautiful sentence that is said, inviting the community of Venice to react, and, sorry for my pronunciation, I'm not Venetian. He talked to the community with these words: Christians and Jewish we are all brothers, Jewish and Christians, we are all Italians. But when the Republic of Venice was demolished, he was obliged to go in exile, and it's why he set for the exile, went to Florence, Livorno, and then arrived in Casale in 1856.
Which was the historical context in Casale when he arrived?
Well, Casale, in the period of Risorgimento, had always had an important role, I can say more important than Turin, because in 1848 there was the first independence war, and exactly in 1848 Carlo Alberto released the Statuto Albertino and gave freedom to Jewish people. So a lot of Jewish, also from the community of Casale, took part in the independence wars. Salomone Olper arrived in 1856. It is necessary to know that in Casale there were troops both French and Savoyan, because the Second Independence War was being fought in these places, on the right bank of the Po River, which defined the zone of the Lomeli, where the Austrians.